Welcome to the final day of 2021, and this is the BASIS Project's Christmas lecture logo, and we've got the main logo, and that will be changing in 2022 to BASIS 2022. Now, we had hoped to have that in April. As with a lot of this stuff, with all of these conferences, it's usually very last minute because things are changing so often. We are in a state of war. We are in a state of World War III. That's been acknowledged by various observers who have seen the way things have been going, the way the shadows have been falling. Now, in the last few weeks, we've got hints and indications that this has all been controlled from Antarctica, and that has got a long trail right back to the 1930s, the Second Reich, the Third Reich, the Fourth Reich, which was planned in 1942, which created the CIA and the American Empire, because as you know, the British Empire was dissolved in 1935, and various institutions and fundamental aspects of control of various parts of the world were implemented and installed using the war as a means of installing personnel and individuals and systems which are ultimately at play right now. So we are at a state of war for our survival, and whatever it is coming from the Antarctic. That's what I'm doing, that's what I'm shouting out at this time, in December the 31st, 2021. So we are in a state of war, and the basic rules of war is you do not take any action until you know what you're dealing with, so you comply. Until that time, that you know exactly what's going on, so you can plan your strategies and take action. If you take action against the wrong enemy, they just wipe you out. And that's part of the rules of war. It's part of the art of war. But we are at war. And make no doubt about it, the relevant institutions have been penetrated, planned, created, and are doing what they are there to do. And it is not in the interests of anybody who has a thing called a desire for freedom, democracy, or any kind of rule of law based on an agreement amongst human beings and people. And I emphasize the word human beings. It's very clear where you're being given an exit. However, the power of manifestation and the power of your thoughts and the power of your perception is the way that we can de-exist the enemy within. And I mean that literally. So, having said all that, I wish you all a Happy New Year. We've had a bit of a nice Christmas here. Had a couple of people drop by, very nice. We've lost good friends, and we have lost good people in the last few months, and it is very sad, very tragic, but we are in a state of war. We must focus and move forward for the objective, and the objective is very simple: our lives, our way of life, and our freedom. And right now, all of those are a threat from those we entrusted with protecting us. And that's enough from me from 2021.